핸드폰 치워줄게. 됐어요. 직접 한 권 해서 레벨이 V. 이게 레벨이 나오는구나. 45분 길이라고. 읽어보죠. 이게 타이타닉스 버테일 보야지. by Kevin Black. 더 Titanic's bottle tell the devastating story of how the supposedly unsinkable ship was swallowed by the sea on its maiden voyage. 소리가 나오죠.
Iceberg ahead.
It was nearly April 14, 1912.
A lookout of the RMS Titanic stared out into the dark ocean and starlit sky.
Okay. It was nearly midnight on April 14, 1920. Frederick Plitt looked out on the RMS Titanic, stared out into the dark ocean and starry sky. His warm breath made the white puffs in the frigid air. The water was so calm, it looked like glass. Then he noticed something was a mist on the water. Suddenly, a huge mountain of ice, as tall as a 6-story building, appeared. Frederick frankly rang a warning bell and called down to the officer steering the ship. Iceberg right ahead, he yelled. The officer shut off the engine and steered the gigantic ship to the left as quickly as they could. The Titanic began to slowly turn, but it was already too late. There was a grinding sound as the ship scraped against the giant iceberg. One of the world's greatest disaster was about to unfold. The Titanic struck the iceberg less than a minute after Frederick Plitt's warning. Ship of Dreams. 5 years early, the Titanic began as one man's incredible dream. His name was J. Bruce Ismay as the chairman of the White Star Line, a British shipping company. Ismay wanted to create the biggest, fastest, and most luxurious ship the world had ever been. It took 2 years and thousands of workers to carry out its maze vision. When the Titanic was completed, the huge ship, as almost as long as 3 football field and as wide as a four-lane highway, to make to make it extra strong, the bottom of the ship's hull was covered with 2 years of steel plate. In addition, there were 16 compartments inside the Titanic's hull, separated by a special door. It was got into a compartment. The door would stop would stop it from reaching other part of the ship. The Titanic was considered unsinkable. Unsinkable. 뭐지? 음, 음. Even if four of the compartments filled with water, the Titanic would still be able to float. 3 million or metal bolts attacked the steel plate to the ship's hull. Luxury or after it was completed, the Titanic was as luxurious as its mate had dreamed. It had a swimming pool, several restaurants, and large room for its wealthy first-class passengers. The ship also had three elevator and a grand staircase lit by a dome skylight. What the Titanic's grand staircase might have looked like one of the ship's fancy dining room. The Titanic's architect planned for the ship to carry 48 lifeboats, enough for everyone on board. However, storing so many boats would mean less space on the deck for the first class passenger to enjoy. It may decided to drastically cut the number of only about 1,200 people, or about half the people on the ship. More lifeboat meant less open space or for wealthy passenger to view the ocean. Mm. The Titanic's plan originally extended the height of each of the 16 compartments almost to the top of the ship. This design too was changed because the months would take away space from the first class dining room. 불법 개조네, 그러니까. Excited passenger. On April 10, 1920, the world's the world's largest ship was ready to set sail for New York. Excited passengers boarded the Titanic in Southampton Port, South Southampton, Southampton, England. Hmm. The ship would then sail to France and Ireland to pick up additional passengers. The ship's captain, Edward J. Smith, personally greeted its travelers in first class. The first class passenger included William Rees. Such has been Smithman John Jacob Esther Force and Esther and Ida State Stroh, Ida Stroh, the owner of Macy's Macy's department store. They were returning to American after European vacation. Hmm. Secondary, second, second that thus the passenger made her career and her mother, Charlotte Ratti. Most of the approximately 1,300 passengers were not rich, however. More than half had purchased the rest the least expensive third class ticket. These people came from all over Europe to seek a better life in America. As the Titanic left port, everyone, from the richest tycoon to the poorest immigrant, was thrilled. They had no idea of the nightmare that was to come. There were more than 100 children traveling on the Titanic, enough that the White Star Line, the ship's owners, provided a rivalry just for them. A bad omen, a bad omen. 음, 오, 뉴욕 배 크기 비교구나, 이 그림이. Disaster almost struck the Titanic minutes after it left Southampton because of its huge size. The Titanic created the large wave as it poured out of its slit. The wave caused the nearby ship called the New York to both violently in the air. 이 뉴욕실이 아니고 그 뉴욕 보트 얘기하는 거구나. A tugboat tries to pull the New York from the Raji tank. Suddenly, several ear-frittling bang rang out. 6 heavy ropes that held the New York to the dock snapped. The much smaller ship then swung out toward the side of the Titanic. Passengers watched it appear as the ship came within inches of smashing into each other. It was a close call, said Captain of a nearby tugboat. It was also a terrible omen for 이렇게 하면은 이게 뜨나?
Omen.
omen, a happening believed to be a sign or warning of some future event. For a ship about to cross the vast Atlantic Ocean for the very first time. A photo taken aboard the Titanic show how close the ship came to crashing into the New York. The Titanic was so huge that it displaced a lot of water as it moved, creating a huge wake. Full steam ahead. As the Titanic had on its maiden voyage through the water of the northern Atlantic Ocean, its radio operator began receiving warning from the other ship. There was danger ahead. When she reported a great number of large icebergs directly in the Titanic's path. Crashing into any of them could mean serious trouble for the ship. Captain Smith had a choice to make. He could keep the Titanic moving at nearly full speed or slow the ship down to give up the crew more time to spot in iceberg. However, this option meant that the ship might that arrive in New York on time. Captain Smith chose to maintain the ship's speed, even as ordinarily, ordinary, additional, even as additional ice warning from other ship falls in. A photograph of the ice water that the Titanic sailed through in April 1920. The Titanic moved toward New York City at a speed of 22.5 knots, 26 miles per mile, and the ship continued at that speed. It would arrive a day early. Sudden impact. Captain Smith's decision was a deadly mistake. At 11:40 p.m., about a minute after Frederick Fleet spotted the iceberg, the Titanic collided with it. Deep the dark ocean water, the giant base of the iceberg scraped the boat's steel skin, badly it. damaging it. Immediately, water began to pour inside the ship. After the crash, the ship's officer closed the door between the special compartment. The Titanic could stay afloat with the pull of its compartment flooded. However, the crash had caused six to float. What it might have looked like from the front of the ship heading toward the iceberg. To many passengers, the crash felt right, nothing more than a little dump. Captain Smith, who was jolted awake by the accident, knew it was more than that. He immediately walked up to Thomas Andrew, the Titanic's architect. They both rushed below deck to check the damage and found water gushing into the hull. A frightened Andrew guessed that the Titanic would skim in less than 2 hours. Captain Smith had to take action. Thousands of lives depended on it. The flooded compartment would weigh down the front of the ship, causing it to sink. To the right foot. Boom, boom, boom. The crew shot rocket into the air to alert a nearby ship that the Titanic was in signal over the radio. Come at once. We have struck a berg. Read one message. Captain Smith ordered the crew to prepare the rifle to the other crew member front pounded on door to wake up sleeping passenger. The guest water told to hurry to the rifle to on one of the ship's deck. The Titanic fired several distress rockets. This painting shows crew member direction passenger to the rifle deck. Meanwhile, there was a chaos deep in the hull of the ship. More than 7 tons of water soused into the ship every second. The crew desperately tried to dump the water out, but effort in 15 times faster than the pump could handle. Third-class passengers struggled to make their way through a mass of flooded passageway to the ship's rifle deck. Then the Titanic officer explained the plan to board the rifle to several passengers simply refused. One first class traveler replied, "We are safer here than it than with a boat." The crew tried to dump the cold ocean water away from the Titanic's hot boiler. If the water touched the boiler, it could have caused a huge explosion. Women and children first. Captain Smith ordered the women and children to board the lifeboat first. The crew scrambled to carry out his order. If they didn't see any women and children nearby, some crew member lowered the lifeboat into the ocean with an empty seat. When John Jacob Astor Force having his wife Madeleine ran into lifeboat. The crew couldn't give him a seat even though there were 20 empty ones. As the ship's bow began to beat down into the treacherous water, Charlotte Collier and other wives begged their husband to join them on the rifle to Ratty, his husband. Her, Herbey yelled to his wife, "Go, Ratty! For God's sake, be brave and go. I will get a seat in another boat." Herbey was soon drawn. Titanic's owner, J. Bruce Ismay, who was traveling by himself on the ship, managed to jump onto one of the very last lifeboat. This painting shows a husband and wife saying goodbye before she boarded a lifeboat. Down with the ship. As the mighty Titanic continued its descent into the icy Atlantic, it became clear to many that there was little chance for survival. Some people panicked. A few men tried to force their way onto full lifeboat. Others jumped off the sinking ship into the lifeboat, crashing people as they landed. Officer Hordro fired the warning shot in the air to maintain order on the deck. Hmm. To try and keep passengers calm, the Titanic's orchestra played bravely turn up until the ship sank. 와, 그리고 이 장면 되게 멋있었어. 타이타닉 영화에서. Other passengers sadly accept their fate. Some couples choose to stay together. Either Drew refused to leave her husband. I, I, I see the side saying simply, "Where are you go? I go." Alfred the Russian aged age 16 was offered a place on a lifeboat. He promptly said, "No, I'm staying here with the man." 사람들과 여기 그냥 남겠어요, 여러분이. 16살인데, 아이고. Charlotte by, Charlotte by the by the sea, around 2:20 a.m., the Titanic flotilla lifted out of the ocean. There were no more lifeboats, and more than 1,500 helpless people remained on the ship. Some passengers and crew decided to jump into the icy water. Many died in the freezing water, which was less than 28 degrees. Amazingly, Officer Charles Wright survived the jump. When he landed the bitterly cold, bitterly cold ocean, however, he left like 1,000 knives had stabbed his body. The Titanic sank at 2:20 a.m. on April 15, 1920. It took 2 hours and 40 minutes for the Great to full sink. Minutes later, the people who had stayed on the ship were washed into the sea. Many immediately died from hypothermia. Hypothermia. The Titanic then let out a groan like a dying animal and slipped under the water. Oh my god. Sometimes I could hear the sound very boom, but I don't know what sound from the where. Captain Smith went down with his ship. More than 1,500 people died during the disaster, or more than half of the Titanic's passenger and crew rescued. In the very early morning of April 15, Titanic's survivor first glimpsed, glimpsed the twinkling light of the rescue ship, the Carpathia. 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 We caught sight of the portrait of Carpathia and knew that we were safe, said one survivor. The ship had received the Titanic's call for help and spanned through a maze of iceberg to reach the site of the disaster. Mm. For more than 4 hours, the Carpathia crew worked rescue, rescuing more than 700 freezing survivors. 700명 정도 살았네. 3분의 1. The Carpathia started its engine and headed for New York. Shivering women lined the ship's railing. They desperately searched the water for their lost hundreds, paddle and fathers and sons. Tears streamed down their faces as they realized they would never see their loved once again. People all over the world would soon learn about the Titanic tragedy and forever be haunted by the greatest sea disaster in story. In 1985, explorer discovered the Titanic wreck on the ocean floor. The Titanic on the floor of the Atlantic Ocean. Okay. The word relates to the Titanic disaster. When the Titanic sank on April 15, 1920, the world reacted with shock, disbelief, and sadness. The greatest sea disaster in history created an outpouring of news story, personal response, and books. Newspaper around the world covered the title "Tragedy." Tragedy. Tragedy. Crowds gathered in New York City to learn about the think, sinking of the Titanic. A fifth of England sent a message to the White Star Line, the company that owned the Titanic. The Queen and I are horrified at the appalling disaster which had happened to the Titanic and at the terrible loss of life. King George Phipps. 음, 조지 5세랑 메리 여왕. The very same year the Titanic sank, several books about the ship writing, written including The Sinking of the Titanic and Great Seas Disaster, added by Sure. The Titanic, greatest of ships, has gone to her ocean grave. The sinking of the Titanic and Great Disaster. 단어장 있는데, architect someone who designed structure in ocean, bow, the front of the ship. 뱃머리 얘기하는 거. Chairman, the head of a business or organization, cause confusion that creates disorder or panic. Compartment, separated section of something. Deck, an upper floor or floor of a ship. 갑판일. descent, the process of moving lower. This is the whole of event. Displaced, move from one place to another. Distress is signal used to alert other to a problem. Elevator, they carry people or freight from one level to another. First class, the highest or best quality. E. Frantically wide ampere or excitement. Visit, extremely cold. Grimp, grimps, grimps, looked at briefly. Who the lowest point of a ship. Okay, I'm finished. 이 책 읽는데 이 책의 맨 앞장에 보면은 이 책 읽는데 몇 분이 걸리는 게 대략적으로 맞는지가 나와요. 그래서 그 레벨에 맞다라고 생각하면 되는데요. 이게 지금 V 레벨이에요. 읽기 레벨 표가 있지? 젤라 그때 표가 있었던 것 같은데 이게 A부터 시작해서 프라이머리 레벨 한 학년 레벨에 보통 한 3개 글자를 알파벳을 포함을 하는데 여기 없나 보다. 애국어. 그러면은 대충 한번 카운팅해 보면은 이게 초등학교 한 4학년, 3, 4학년 정도일 것 같아요. 적어봐야 되겠지만 적어보면은 A, B, C, D, E, F, B, C, D, E, F, J, K, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z 이렇게 해서 24개의 글자가 있는데 보통 읽기 레벨을 할 때 초등학교 5학년, 6학년까지 끊으면은 대충 나머지 글들은 거의 다 이해할 수 있음 이렇게 잡는 것 같아요. 그래서 레벨 나누면 프리K부터 시작하면은 이게 A, B, 이게 ABC까지가 프리K라고 하면은 프리K 하고 킨들 하고 나서 1학년, 2학년, 3학년, 4학년 이렇게 가거든요. 한 학년에 알파벳 3글자 정도 가는데 그러면은 이렇게 그러니까 V2 책이 V 레벨인데 글자 수는 얼마 안 되지만 V 레벨이라서 5학년 정도? 그러니까 5학년 J, L, P, S, T, W 이렇게 하면은 이렇게 보시면 예, 한 5학년 정도의 수준의 책이네요. 이 책이 이 분류에 의하면은. 그리고 이 책을 다 읽는데 평균적으로 에버리지 40분 정도 걸리면은 된다 이랬는데 지금 제가 아주 작은 그림 밑에 있는 글자까지 하나도 안 빼고 읽어봤어요. 그리고 한 40분 조금 덜 걸렸던 것 같아요. 그러니까 이 아이들 책 읽을 때 어느 정도인지 궁금하시다면은 레벨 사인을 좀 보고 그리고 이제 오시면 되고 그다음에 레벨 사인에 대해서 궁금하시면은 이렇게 클릭하시면은 이 에픽이라는 북 사이트에서는 레벨에 대한 정보를 볼 수 있어요. 네, 그렇습니다. 여기까지가 오늘 책 한번 오래간만에 한번 보자 하고 들어왔는데 제가 한번 읽어봤고요. 이게 네, 선생님이 만든 사이트 클래스라서 비용이 청구가 되지 않고 있는 것 같기도 하고 어제 비용 청구가 됩니다라는 글자 내일이 떴어가지고 좀 확인할 겸 예, 제가 들어왔어요. 그리고 메일박스에 책백 shade correct spirit 그리고 보통 저는 책을 읽고 나면은 그 수준이 제가 수준이 이제 작은 아이랑 거의 비슷하잖아요. 그래서 제가 읽고 나서 그 작은 아이한테도 한번 읽어보라고 하는 편이에요. 그리고 이거는 타이타닉이라도 제목이 다르네요. 이렇게
Iceberg ahead. It was nearly midnight on April 14th, 1912. Frederick Fleet, a lookout on the RMS Titanic, stared out into the dark ocean and starlit sky. His warm breath made white puffs in the frigid air. The water was so calm, it looked like glass. Then he noticed something. Was
was in the midst of the water. Suddenly, a huge mountain of ice as tall as 6-story building appeared.
The RMS Titanic. Frederick Fleet
ran
Titanic's
옆에 있는
Frederick frantically rang a warning bell and called down to the officers steering the ship. Iceberg, right ahead. The
The
officers shut
officer
off
shut
the
off
engines
the
and
engine
steered
and
the
steered
gigantic ship to the
the ship
left
to
as
the
quickly
left
as they could.
quickly as
The
he
Titanic
could.
began to slowly turn, but it was
But they
already
all
too
read to
late.
write.
There was a
There was
grinding
a
sound
grinding
as the
sound.
ship
The
scraped
ship
against the
scraped
giant
against
iceberg.
the giant
One of
iceberg.
the
One
world's
of the world's
greatest
greatest
disasters was
disaster was
about to
about
unfold.
to unfold.
The Titanic struck the
The
iceberg
iceberg
less than a
rested a
minute
minute
after
after
Frederick
Frederick
Fleet's
Fleet's
warning.
warning.
Ship
Ship
of
of
Dreams.
Dreams.
5
5
years
years
earlier,
early,
the
the
Titanic
Titanic
began as
began
one
as
man's
an
incredible dream.
incredible dream.
His
His
name
name
was
was
J.
J.
Bruce
Bruce
Ismay.
Ismay.
As the
As
chairman
the
of
chairman of
White Star
White
Line,
Star
a
Line,
British shipping
a
company,
British shipping
Ismay wanted to
company,
create the
Ismay.
biggest,
Ismay had
fastest,
the
and most
most
luxurious
luxurious
ship the
ship
world
the
had
world
ever seen. At
ever
the
seen.
time, the Titanic would be the largest moving
Nothing
object ever
ever
built.
built.
J. Bruce Ismay.
지금
It took
이거가
2
책
years and thousands of
읽어주는
workers to carry
부분인데요.
out
그냥 책을
Ismay's
읽어주는 게
vision.
아니라 자기가
When the
읽고 있는
Titanic was
단어 한 개
completed,
한 개를
the
찍고
huge
넘어가요.
ship
지금
was
이
almost
에픽이.
as long as
그래서
3 football
사실은
fields
이걸로
and as wide
연습하면은
as a
되게
4-lane
좀
highway.
읽기
To
부분에서
make
되게
it
도움 될 것
extra
같기는
strong,
해요.
the bottom of the ship's hull was
네,
covered with 2 layers of
일단은 제가
steel
이거를
plates.
어, 마이 라이브러리에 담아주기 위해서 백을 했었고, 그 다음에 이거 설명이 레벨에 대한 설명이 어디 있을 텐데, 위유 에픽 오디오북 설명이 어디 있을 것 같은데, 에픽 레벨 구글 이럴 때는 잘 모르겠다 싶으면 그냥 구글에다가 이렇게 쳐보면은 레벨 음, 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 음. 그레이드가 적혀 있는 경우 있고요. 3학년에, 그러니까 1학년에서 3학년까지 읽는 책이에요. 이런 식으로 그레이드가 적혀 있는 경우 있고, 음, 액티비티 컬렉션, 그 다음에 퀴즈, 퀴즈, 프로파일, 캔 크리에이티브 퀴즈, 그 다음에 제가 아는 그 레벨의 그 팅하고 같은 건지 좀 궁금해서 그런데 여기에 음, 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 음. 음, 방학 동안 시간이 좀 많을 것 같아서 그 사이에 좀 책도 읽고 보게 하고 싶어서 지금 좀 보고 있는 중인데요. 음, 역사적인 인물, 위인전 그런 거 있죠. 우리 또 왜 사회 공부할 때 내가 위인전 좀 읽고 난 사람들은 좀 그거 기억하거나 이해하기가 좀 쉽잖아요. 그래가지고 혜니 씨, 음, 네, 강, 그리고 이게 픽션, non-픽션 이렇게 리딩 레벨이 있어요. 음, great로 하면은 5학년 지금 fifth grade 책들을 이렇게 좀 보면은 그 제가 봤던 것보다 레벨이 어려운데요. 이렇게 A부터 D까지 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯. 근데 이게 어떤 M, M, C 레벨이 레벨 분류가 좀 여러 가지로 나오는데 이건 FMP로 돼 있고 요 정도 레벨이 너무 어렵지 않게 보는 것 같아요. Um, Eye of an Eye, an Eye of an Eye for an Eye, A Story of Revolutionary War. 독립전쟁에 대한 책이네요. 스페인 전쟁에 대한 책을 조금 읽히고 싶은데, Civil War. Spanish missions. 이런 거 괜찮을 것 같고. 그다음에 Flame of Freedom, 또 Revolutionary War 있고, 알라모, 배틀 알라모 전쟁에 대한 거 그거밖에 없는 것 같은데 레벨 맞춰서 읽힐 수 있어서 좋은 것 같네요. 그래서 자기 레벨보다 어느 정도 익숙해졌다 싶으면은 한 레벨 정도 아파치 Spanish mission forever changing the people of the Old West. History of America. Spanish Imperial empire populated the American West with the Catholic mission. 음, 그러니까 글이 얼마나 있고를 떠나서 이제 일단은 이걸 읽었을 때, 한 번에 좀 이렇게 정해진 시간 안에 한 번에 읽을 수 있는지 없는지를 좀 체크하는 게 중요할 것 같고요. 그리고 이게 되게 조금 아쉬운 부분이 이렇게 확대를 하면은 책이 깨져요. 그래가지고 이렇게 움츠겨가며 읽어야 되는 게 되게 아쉽고요. 그리고 전체 화면을 잡아도 예, 확대를 누르면은 깨진다는 거 안타깝게도. 그래서 원래 지정 사이즈로 봐야지 네, 그나마 좀 읽어내기가 쉽고. Daily Duties at the Mission, Chapter 1. 페이지가 이렇게 새기면 페이지가 나오는데 50페이지짜리네. 네, 요게 그 정도. 왔다. 엔젤라가 해야 되는 미션들인데 제가 이제 지금 책 고르느라고 했더니 뭐가 들어왔대요. 상관없죠. 엔젤라가 공부하든 엄마가 공부를 하든 상관은 없습니다. 저번에 레오파드 읽었던 책이 M였어요. EFGHIJ P Q R S T U V W X Y Z 하는데 네. 그래서 봐봐요. Yes. 책을 마치고 End of Kids를 하는 게 좋을 것 같고요. 그런 책도 있고 아닌 책도 있어요. 그래서 검색을 해서 언더기프 키즈를 주면 좋을 것 같고요. 그 다음에 검색어를 없애버리고 레벨로 해서 제가 아까 FMP 레벨을 썼는데 이 정도 레벨을 적었어요. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 이 조금 높은 레벨에는 책 마지막에 문제 나오는 거가 없나 봐요. 그리고 세트. 벌써 2시네요. 아, 시간 빠르다. 잘 갑니다. 오케이. Reset search. search. to me 해가지고 discovering Titanic's remains 남아 있는 것들을 이게 약간 이 연관된 거, 좋아할 만한 거 그런 것들이 이렇게 꼬리를 물고 나오고요. 이 화면 구성이 정말 넷플릭스 영화 있잖아요. 딱 그런 느낌이에요. 그리고
Curse of the Haunted House by Deborah Newberger
Curse of the
Sparagan.
Haunted House.
Chapter 1.
Chapter 1.
Good
Good
news,
news, bad news.
On the last
On
day
the
of
last
school,
day
Luke
of
James
school,
stepped off the
Luke
bus
James
and raced through the
stepped
front door of his
first
house.
racing through
How was your
the
last day,
front
honey? His
door
mom
of
asked.
his house.
Great,
How
Luke
was
replied.
your
Fourth
last
grade is
day,
over.
honey?
Hello, summer vacation. Glad to see you're so
Let's
excited,
see
buddy,
this
said his dad.
buddy.
We're excited too, said his mom. While your dad and I love being teachers, we also love
This is
getting the whole summer for
summer
vacation.
vacation.
So where are we
So
going?
where
To
is
the resort
going?
with the giant water slide?
Water
Luke
slide.
asked hopefully.
Look at
I love
hopefully
that
I
place.
love the
We're going
place.
to Merline, Nebraska, his father replied. Luke's mouth fell open. Wait, where? He asked. I know
책이
this is a surprise, his
지금
father began, but my grandfather couldn't. Curse
그러니까
of the Haunted House.
이런 거 읽었을 때 이 친구가 한 30분만, 3, 40분만 읽는 게 정상이에요. 이런 거. 근데 학교에서 오는 책들이 조금 길고 읽기가 힘들어요. 엔젤라가. 그래서 조금 걱정스럽고 안 됐고 그리고 네, 일단은 오늘은 이렇게 해볼까 싶습니다. 존 로이 린치, 존 로이 린치 그런 거 좋아. The Maze of 좋아. 유고요. 51. 근데 이거 30분 만에 읽게 돼 있는데 그림이 많고 글자가 별로 없어요. 그리고 사람은 흑인 해방운동 한 대표적인 사람인가 봐요. 그래서 연역이 쫙 나오고요. 미시시피 하우스 오브 representative in just a few months' time. The view of the chance elected John Roy to the Mississippi House of Representatives to help govern the whole state. He gained the power to change the law. 아이고, 1시간 그냥 휙 지나갔네요. 그러니까 제가 지금 매번 그런 건 아닌데 책 읽으면서 이렇게 조금 유튜브를 찍고 있는 이유는 제가 얼마큼 나아지는가를 확인하는 용도도 있지만 사실은 시간 카운팅이 좀 힘들잖아요. 그리고 이거 화면을 돌려놓으면은 정말 내가 얼만큼이나 엉덩이에 힘을 주고 앉아 있는지, 얼마나 오랫동안 앉아 있는지가 이렇게 느껴지잖아요. 그래서 어쩌면은 이렇게 하는 게 좀 더 제가 조금 더 이 시간을 견뎌냄을 확인하는데 도움이 되는 것 같아서 이렇게 유튜브로 녹화해 놓는 경우가 많아요. 그리고 이제 나중에 이렇게 조금 이렇게 보면은 이렇게 전체 화면을 다시 보는 건 아니지만 일부 화면들을 이렇게 스킵해 가면서 이렇게 타임라인을 보면 제가 이렇게 앉아 있는 동안에 얼마만큼의 시간을 집중해서 공부하고 있는지도 확인할 수 있어서 이렇게 찍는 경우가 있는데 실제로 화면으로 확인할 때 보면은 화면이 깨지는 경우도 있고 소리가 잘 안 들리는 경우도 있고 그런데 굳이 다른 분들한테 보여주기 위해서 하는 라이브가 아니라서 예, 이 정도로 만족합니다. 아직까지는. 네, 이렇게 또 조금씩 하다 보면은 또 나아질 거라고 믿습니다. 올해 3월쯤부터 시작을 했는데 지금 벌써 9월이 됐고요. 계속 해보려고요. 그러면 이제 1년, 2년 시간이 지나면서 얼마큼 조금 달라지는지 또 이게 약간씩 그런 거였거든요. 너무 오랫동안 안 하고 녹화를 안 하고 있다 이러면은 공부 안 하는구나. 이렇게 조금 노력해야지 이런 생각도 하기 때문에 전 개인적으로 이게 도움이 되고 있는 것 같습니다. 그러면 오늘 여기까지만 하고 잠시 있다가 아이들 오면은 간식도 주고 그래야겠네요. 네.